So this 14-year-old boy is about to stab his classmate 114 times. And I have a feeling this one's going to mess you up. Now the boy's name is Aiden Fucci. And Aiden is 14 years old living in this nice suburb called Durbin Crossing in Florida. You know the type of place. Clean streets, retention ponds, kids riding bikes. The kind of neighborhood where parents feel safe letting their teenagers hang out after dark. But Aiden, he's got a problem. He's been telling people he wants to know what it feels like to kill someone. And most people, they just brush it off like he's trying to be edgy or whatever. But here's the thing. Aiden is dead serious. Now there's this girl at his school. Her name is Tristan Bailey. And Tristan is 13 years old. She's a cheerleader at Patriot Oaks Academy. Loved by her friends, close with her family. She's got her whole life ahead of her. And Aiden, he lives just 3/10 of a mile away from her house. So they know each other from school and from the neighborhood and whatnot. So one night in May 2021, it's May 8th to be exact, Tristan's family gets home around 11:45 p.m. and Tristan goes to her room. Nothing unusual, just another Saturday night. But then sometime after midnight, she leaves the house. And at 1:14 in the morning, a surveillance camera catches something. It's Tristan walking with Aiden Fucci. Just the two of them walking together in the middle of the night. And then another camera picks them up at 1:45 a.m. They're walking on Saddlestone Drive heading east toward the woods near this retention pond. But here's where it gets dark. At 3:27 a.m., that same camera catches someone again. But this time it's just one person. Running. Alone. And it's Aiden Fucci. And he's carrying his shoes in his hands. Which is weird, right? Like, why is he running? And where's Tristan? So the next morning is Mother's Day. And Tristan's family wakes up to make breakfast, and they notice Tristan isn't in her room. She's not answering her phone. And so at 10 a.m. her mother calls 911. Police show up. A search begins. Friends get contacted. And police start pulling surveillance footage from the neighborhood cameras. And that's when they see it. Tristan leaving with Aiden Fucci. And only Aiden coming back. So police, they start searching the area. And at 6 p.m. that evening, a resident finds Tristan's body in the woods near the retention pond. And what they find is absolutely horrific. Tristan Bailey has been stabbed 114 times. 114. Like, that number is just insane. And 49 of those wounds are defensive wounds. Which means she fought back. She fought hard. She fought for her life. But it wasn't enough. Now, of course, police immediately go to Aiden Fucci's house. And when they search his bedroom, they find blood-stained clothing. They find a knife sheath that matches the murder weapon. And his shoes have Tristan's DNA on them. Her body has his DNA on it. The evidence is overwhelming. And then police find the actual murder weapon. It's this buck knife in the retention pond. But here's the crazy part. The tip of the knife is missing. And during Tristan's autopsy, they find that missing tip. It's embedded in her skull. But wait, it gets even worse. Because while Aiden is sitting in the back of a police car, he posts on Snapchat. And he writes, "Hey guys, has anybody seen Tristan lately? He misspelled anybody. Like, this dude just killed someone, and he's making jokes about it on social media. He thought he was untouchable." Now here's where this whole thing gets even darker. This wasn't some random act of violence. This was planned. Multiple witnesses come forward, and they tell police that Aiden had been telling people for weeks that he wanted to kill someone. His own girlfriend testifies that less than a month before he murdered Tristan, he told her his plan. He said he was going to find a random person walking at night, drag them into the woods, and stab them. And then he told her, expect it within the month. And police find drawings in his notebook. Violent, disturbing images. And apparently Aiden carried knives around regularly. He even gave them nicknames. Picker and Poker. So this wasn't a crime of passion. This wasn't an accident. This was premeditated murder. And so bam, Aiden Fucci gets arrested at 3 a.m. on May 10th. At first they charge him with second-degree murder. But as more and more evidence comes in, prosecutors upgrade the charge to first-degree murder. Now Aiden's trial is supposed to start on February 6th, 2023. Jury selection is about to begin. But then Aiden does something unexpected. He pleads guilty. Just straight up admits to everything. So then on March 24th, 2023, the sentencing hearing happens. And it's gut-wrenching. Tristan's sister Alexis stands before the court with a jar. And one by one, she drops 114 aqua-colored stones into it. One for every stab wound her sister had to endure. And you can hear each stone hitting the glass. Each one a reminder. Each one a life stolen. And then Tristan's mother, Stacy Bailey, looks directly at Aiden, and she says 4 words that still hit hard. He is beyond saving. And the judge, Judge R. Lee Smith, he calls this the most difficult and shocking case he's ever presided over. And he notes that there was no motive, no revenge, no rejection, no reason. Aiden Fucci killed Tristan Bailey for one reason only. Because he wanted to know what it felt like to kill someone. And so the sentence comes down. Life in prison. And because Aiden was only 14 at the time, he's eligible for review after 25 years. But honestly, I don't see him getting out. And Aiden actually appeals in 2024. But the appeal gets denied. So he's going to spend the rest of his life behind bars. Now here's the thing that really gets me about this case. Tristan Bailey should be 16 years old right now. She should be getting her driver's license, going to prom, planning for college, living her life. Instead, her family visits a grave. And this case reminds us of something terrifying. Sometimes the danger isn't a stranger in the dark. Sometimes it's someone you go to school with. Someone who lives down the street. Someone who warns you exactly what they're going to do. And no one takes them seriously until it's too late. So if you or someone you know is expressing violent thoughts or fantasies, please take it seriously. Report it. It could save a life. If this case impacted you, let me know in the comments below. And if you want to see more true crime stories like this, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next one.